Love, are you good?
Yes, it's Sunday. It's a beautiful day. And cheers.
Salute. I still think, boom, I still think, well, I think a lot of things, but I was going to say one of my sayings, but I won't say one of my sayings.
Okay.
So, it is Sunday. You know what? I guess what I want to ask you, I'm feeling good. It's late, a little bit late in the summer. Mm-hmm. Yep. Next weekend is Labor Day.
Oh, wow. For some reason, I didn't put that all together. Yeah. Been busy.
It has. I'm been feeling good. If you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, instead of me doing pretzels, what am I eating?
Well, hopefully it's cheese.
What's that say about me?
Jeff is back on the keto diet. That's what
I'm so old school, love. I call it Atkins.
Okay. How's he doing, Dr. Atkins?
He was fucking old, love. He was old back then. Anyway, I guess not to say too much about myself, because I always talk about myself, don't I? That's good. I prime myself to do this, and I guess I was a little bit nervous to approach you about it because I just wasn't sure how you're going to react.
Nervous about how I react? What is that saying?
That the last time when we did Noom, and I lost 52 and you lost 76.
I thought you were talking about something else.
No. Talking about that before I approached you about this, I just was like, because you even told me back then, it's like, I can't do that, which I know that's fine, but I don't want to like alienate you, but like I don't want to be like selfish and say I need to do what I need to do. No, not at all. Right? But I've been thinking about this for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, you've brought it up a few times.
Right. And all I envisioned was my old Oscar Mayer wieners, hot dogs that I boil. They only have one carb in them. I was very much looking forward to being able to eat those again. A couple of those a day.
Because what do I say about you?
I don't know, what do you say about me?
You're 12 years old,
I
really.
am 12 years old. Oh, man. I used to love SpaghettiOs. I didn't eat anything. I would go up.
I'm so shocked.
I'd go up to auntie and uncles that were my mother's great aunt and uncle, but they were kind of like grandparents to me. And auntie would I didn't eat anything except, and I guess it shows, but I would eat SpaghettiOs, Chef Boyardee SpaghettiOs with these little freaking meatballs in them, and she would do French fries for me. And they would be having this whole meal, and that's what she would make me all the time. So she was always very, very good to me. I'm going to digress a second. Uncle was born in 1899, and Auntie was born. I called him Auntie and Uncle. She was born in 1900, and that just as a 8 or 10-year-old in 1975, that kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like 1899.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Holy moly! And 1900. Uncle only lived to be 80, and Auntie lived to be 93 years old. So she got to see Molly. She held Molly as a baby. And but anyway, I don't know. How did I get on that subject? Help me.
Your really nutritious diet that you are on currently.
No, I don't think. How did I get off? Oh yeah. Chef Boyardee. Yeah. But anyway, I'm feeling really good. It's late in the summer. Like I said, Labor Day is right around the corner. Scratch that. And the weather has really been good the past week or so, right? What was it this morning? 52.
Yeah, it's been really nice.
A couple of these mornings I sat out here with the dogs at 5:30, and when you came out, what did I tell you?
Your hands are cold.
My hands are cold.
Yeah, my feet were cold.
Almost like to hurt. You just took a pair of sweatpants and you said, "Do we need these?"
Yeah.
Like, well, that was for a couple days ago when I thought I was going to need them in the shop.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the little
mash
girl. Little mash girl. Good girl. Her eyes are kind of close together. The weather's good. The dogs and pups generally are trending good.
Well, we had success today.
Yeah. Do I have a manic personality?
Obsessive, I would say.
Yeah, but I think my highs are really high and my lows are low. But when I'm low, I don't necessarily show it publicly.
No.
But I felt really bad yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't a good day.
I went over to the farm early. Scoter did okay. She did okay. not bad, but nothing that made me feel super great. Proof is proof, and it wasn't like it was spectacular training in the morning. Not that I need to win, and I say that in the videos on Instagram currently, and or with you, I'll say, hey, I'll take that as a win. I just mean I'll take it as like a very positive thing. I don't mean that I won. If I was training with other people, like, hey, Scoter won. But like for me personally, I'll take that as a win. Yeah, a success. That was a success when I say win. But man, it came back, and well, first off, I tried to do Elmer over there, and one watermark, I didn't catch him. I didn't do my best NHL goalie impersonation as he comes out of the water, and he was gone. So I just got Rye out and just threw fun bumpers first so she could go swimming, and he was just a total ass. And then we came back and tried to work with him and Mash here. Yeah,
introducing them to a duck.
A duck.
Yeah.
So, and that said, Proof knew it was. You maybe showed it to him. You went out there and threw it. He ran out, picked it up, and brought it back like
without
no
any
questions
hesitation,
asked, right?
Like he'd done it 100 times in the past.
Yeah, and if you want to see that video, it's on my personal Facebook as well as Pitboss Facebook and or Instagram at pitbosswaterfowl, PITBOSS waterfowl. And then Mash ran out there, and she
just balked at it.
Yeah, she wanted nothing to do with it. Yeah. And really Elmer was the same way, right? And I got angry at him. And I don't want to get angry at him, but I really felt myself getting angry. And I just felt yucky about it. Like, good speak.
Yeah. It was not what we hoped, right? Because you kind of have this vision of, we bred this, these awesome dogs and everything's going to go smoothly, but they're dogs.
And I guess from my ego standpoint, I envisioned, and this is the way I'm always about things. The way I envision something, and the actuality of how it truly is some often very, polar opposites. Like, not 180 degrees opposite. But polar maybe is not a good word because I've already said manicness.
I just wondered what she was eating.
Oh, but yeah, I kind of envisioned by October. They're force-fetched, and they're going to be force-fetched. Today is day 12 of hold. We have not forced it yet. But I really just kind of envisioned that there's 2 double juniors test weekends, and there's a couple other single juniors. I just assumed we would have 3 junior hunters by October, and or by the time we went to PEI. And I just don't see that's not going to happen.
Not for all 3.
No. I think Proof was, I think Proof can do it.
Our best chance. Yeah.
So am I wrongly? Am I holding the other 2 to a higher standard? They just turned 6 weeks, 3 days.
6 months.
6 months, excuse me. Thank you. I get my months and my weeks because I'm dyslexic. I get them confused. I flip-flop them quite often. I do. But am I wrongly holding the other 2 at only 6 months old? Am I wrongly holding the other 2 to a different standard? Or am I holding them to a higher standard, but maybe I shouldn't be? Right? And or I'm sure, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm sure you're going to say, well, and I agree with you. Mash is behind just because, she broke her foot at 8 weeks, so she definitely is behind.
8, no, it was 12. I think
12 weeks? No, it was when Jeff and Judy were here.
Yeah, she wasn't 8 weeks, no. It wasn't quite 8. It was a little bit beyond that. Anyway, sorry. Okay. Go on. Doesn't matter.
Maybe. I'm sorry. You know what? You're right. I'm thinking. I thought they left at 7 weeks. They left at 8 weeks, and Jeff and Judy were here the following week. So yes, I would say. Okay. I would say that they were 9. Or she was 9 weeks when she broke her foot. Okay. I said 8 weeks, but that's But anyway, so she's behind the ball a little bit there, and then Elmer's doing this thing where he just is a total ass. Go ahead and speak.
Okay. No, and ask because he's not doing what you want to do, but he's out there. He's just having fun. He's a young dog, and he's just enjoying picking up stuff and running around with it. Doesn't mean he wants to bring it back because it is the object of desire, and he doesn't want to share.
Well, this cheese is really good.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
You know what I've been thinking about Proof, which I haven't shared with you?
What?
Like, Proof has been different from the get-go, and he, like, when the others were all running around like ding-dongs, chasing each other, tackling, doing puppy play, We would find him. He would be in the crate sleeping. Like, he slept a lot more and didn't interact as much with everyone else. So I kind of wonder whether...
And he was a super slow eater.
Yeah, and he... No, that was Elmer. Elmer was a super slow eater.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, 3 a.m.? Yeah, I'm sure.
Whoa. Well, wait a minute. Who did you just say slept in the... Oh, Proof. Yeah.
Yes. So Proof kind of had a different
100%.
upbringing, not by us, by his choice, because, he chose to just go sleep because this dog...
He's a freaking horse.
And he was itchy all the time. And, apparently this itchiness, he didn't have a skin issue, but he was just growing so fast. His skin was itchy. He slept a lot. It's just, like a friend of ours just said, their teenage son that grew, so quickly, he's older now, but in his teenage years, he slept all the time just because of the growth that they're going through. And I kind of wonder if that's attributed to the way he is versus the other two right now who played like ding-dongs growing up.
Yes, but Elmer T, I don't want to repeat the story because I say it all the time, but Elmer T was up. He if somebody said yes, early on, he would not be with us, and then we did that one video with him retrieving because he was a retriever. Yeah, like he was better than the rest of them, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And put it out there. Nobody really said anything, and then we said, well, between us, we're keeping him. And then people, had two people say, well, I'll take him. It's like, no, we already just decided. We're keeping him.
We're crazy. We're going to have 3 puppies instead.
That's another whole topic we can talk about, having 3 litter mates at the same time. But anyway, I guess if Proof is a junior hunter in the next month, 6 weeks, he'll be the youngest junior hunter I've had. I did not run Coot back in the day in junior hunter. I didn't force fetch her until she was 13 months old and instantly ran her in junior hunter. And kind of the same thing, I did force fetch. We did force fetch Scoter earlier, but she didn't run her first test till 14 months old. So a little bit more, a little age, a little maturity. Yeah. Am I holding the pups, the 3 pups, to the past standards of what dogs, our dogs have done? I don't know. I'm asking.
I do think you have that in you, in that you visualize stuff and you expect it to go the way you had visualized it, and you have a hard time adjusting, to changes. Because I'm manic? No. It's because you want it to go the way you want it to go.
The other thing is each day I get older, and man, I don't know I'm going to be here next month. I definitely want to be here next month, but there's no guarantee I will be. Right. So we got to get this shit done now. Right?
Yeah.
I don't want to, I don't know. We'll see.
I just want them to, I just want to be able to live comfortably with 3 crazy puppies.
Well, I would think once we get into that, after a year old,
a little age,
they're gonna chill out a little bit, just like Scoter did, right?
They're not horrible.
No, they're not. I don't want
to say that they're horrible.
No,
but they are work.
But it's times 3.
Yeah.
Whatever whatever the craziness is, it's times 3. So
we're not complaining because it was our choice. Yeah, we love each of them.
No, 100%. All right, I did make some notes this time.
Okay.
So I want to switch gears. Not switch gears. I just want to move on from that topic. So we're going to see how they do. So that said, from yesterday. Yeah, let me finish before we move on. From yesterday, in the evening, as we we did not force fetch them, as we, the train hold. I just told you we got to come up with something. I don't know if they need more obedience. I don't want to collar. I haven't really collar conditioned them. The collar has been on them. Kind of did visit that today a little bit early on with obedience. So they're not officially collar conditioned, and they're not officially force fetched. They're not officially collar conditioned. The only thing I can say they're officially is 6 months old. Right? 100%, right?
Officially black lab puppies
that are 6 months old. But we did say yesterday, or I said to you, I feel yucky. after I sat and carved decoys for quite a while. I felt so bad I couldn't even listen to a dog podcast yesterday. I had to find something else to listen to. Anything that was dog related, I didn't want to listen to it. And I just didn't feel good about everything that was happening. And I just said, hey, we need to readjust, and we need to get the, Elmer T and MASH, we need to get them on board or closer to proof. So, and you came up with, I just hit your mic, I'm sorry. You came up with a great idea. Let's take the Gunner Kennel bumpers, man's best bumper, which has the cavity inside, and let's I don't know exactly the parts and pieces that you use, but let's waste the duck that we have in the freezer. Let's load it up with some scent, feather scents. And I grabbed at the farm today. I grabbed a bunch of goose decoys, a bunch of goose feathers too. I think the one little bunch I got is a mallard.
I think I saw
specifically those. A Drake mallard breast. Sure looked like. But anyway, it was your idea. Let's do the bumpers, and it was a great idea. Whenever did my normal thing. So today, yesterday I didn't feel necessarily super good about dogs or my ability to train dogs or the results that our training is doing. Went over there. I really didn't have, and I know I should have, because everything that I listened to, it has to be clear cut. What are you doing today? And we sat here at our morning meeting. I said, Karen, I don't know exactly what I want to do over there. And I almost opened up, map marks to look. I know the place like the back of my hand, with lots of scars on it from Duke. But I still really wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do. And I got over there and I was like, you know what? When I rolled in, it kind of all just came to me. I was like, Friday we ran those marks that she did a really good job on. They were definitely cheating marks, not cheating singles, not in the sense of like down a channel, but definitely she could cheat, and she did them super good. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to run these things as a blind. And the blind that we ran on Friday, I'm going to rerun that thing. And maybe, well, anyway, I'll jump ahead. But anyway, do that, and I'm going to run a land blind. Basically, if you're watching me and or listening, if you think of like kind of a 30-degree, 45-degree angle out, that's where the water blind was. And then if you wanted to turn at least 190 degrees off the berm, out into a field, I set a land blind up. So my thought process was run the longest water blind first, which was like 240. What is it? I don't know. Should I talk with intelligence, or should I just guess at these numbers?
Guesstimate.
Well, here, I'm into it. Now I am into it, except I'm into videos, and it's not in videos. It is in, there we go. So the longest one was 217. So I'm going to run 217. I'm going to come back and I'm going to run the land blind. And I gave her, it was a pretty good swim, so let her catch her breath. She did feel cool. The water is cooled off some. It's not as hot as what it was. So and it is pretty much, it's actually a little bit more than a 90-degree angle off of that line to the 217. I went and run the land blind at 125, come back, and then I ran the other mark that was 152 or so. This is all plus or minus. I ran that water blind. She did a super good job. She gave me, so let's rewind. On the long water blind, she gave me a bad initial line. She went up the channel that you've been there quite a few times and thrown it up. I gave her, stopped her. I wanted to get her around the point. I gave her an over. And, dog god lover. She took the over, went around the point, and she knew. She just turned and went down the shoreline. And in the video I'm about to post up on Instagram, I'm talking, and she did all of a sudden go to the left and start to cave in. I stopped her, cast her, and she didn't give me the cast I want. So I stopped her again. I did nick her, and I gave her the over. She dove in nice for me and just took that, basically she went in and took a 90-degree turn and just rolled down that shoreline. And it doesn't show it on the video, but at the very end, she started, it's an angled exit to get, and I had a white bumper there. So there was really no confusion to me. I'm sure she saw the bumper. And she started to cave into the shoreline, which I was like, do I let her roll just for momentum? no, I'm going to stop her. Like it was like the last 10 yards, she started to make a right, stopped her, cast her to the left. She went and picked it up. So that was good. Came back, and then we're going to run the the 152, which is the channel is an island in the mainland. So there's a little bit of a channel around this island, if you will. The channel is the island in the mainland. How about that? Rolls, gives me a not a good initial line. She went way to the right, gave her the over, and she just took that around the point and just freaking rolled. I didn't say anything to her. And right at the end, she gets out and she freaking pops and looks at me like, where am I going? Which was a good thing. The white bumper this time, the mark was lower. This I had up the hill a little bit. But again, it's mowed. There was cover at the shoreline, but as soon as she got, there's a mowed spot. And I had a white bumper there. So anyway, she did that really good. Came back and then did the blind at 148. She got in. She gives, but she's her issue has been maybe from a long entry. When I say a long entry, she runs down 50 yards, 60 yards, 70 yards to the water, and she just doesn't jump in hard. She kind of runs down the shoreline, and she like whichever way the shoreline goes, she just kind of like almost kind of cheats in whatever the way that would go, right? So anyway, she kind of goes down, kind of does that to me, but she jumps in good. So I was like, I want to give her the confidence because she jumped in good for me. She's not on line, but she got in the water good. She semi-hard, right? So I gave her as much as what I thought, and I stopped her, and I gave her the over to my left. And she did it, she took it, and she got out, and there is a mowed strip there. Not purposely, but there's a mowed strip there, and she got up on it. She's rolling. It's really tight to a tree and an old goose blind. She's rolling. All this is the tree and the goose blind is to her left. She's rolling, and I was like, do I need this this little piece of skinny water she's got to jump in. And like, do I stop her? I watched somebody the other day stop their dog when I thought the dog was going to jump in, and he stopped her, and then he's like, I messed up. I should have let her roll. So anyway, my thought process was if she didn't get in, I was going to use attrition, call her back, and then cast her again. Man, she went down with her conscience, jumped in, and she jumped in fat for me. She got behind the tree. I couldn't see her, and she just rolled up that hill and picked it up. So like she did that literally on one whistle. So like I was like, man, yes. I was so happy. So now all of a sudden, I get up, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it my ego or just my
no, it's your confidence. I think that would be for anyone. Like, you know. Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. I even instead of hey, yelling, hey, what a dog, good dog. I was like, awesome, Scoter, awesome, because I was like, she one whistled this thing, right? Good afternoon. We don't know who that is. We need to meet him one day.
He always has a dog in the back.
Well, it's the same dog with a very white, a black lab that has a very, very white face.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just rambling, but she comes back, and I went and did Proof. Proof was actually, I staked him out, so he was getting
for the first time.
Yep. So he's kind of like understanding this. He's watching all this happen, and he's kind of barking and carrying on while I'm running this for Scoter. So like to me, he's helping us out. Where's some distractions for Scoter. You know, so he's learning that. I do him, and then I get and I staked Scoter out. He does his thing, put him back up. I get Rye out, and I heel Scoter down to the water, and basically I throw fun bumpers for Rye, and Scoter has to honor Rye. So it was just I think I even said, I was like, it was when I texted you, I was like, she did fucking awesome. Yeah. Like it was like, I was just like, yes. Yeah. This is good. Yeah. Which I need that sometimes.
Yeah, I'm sure, because there's been a lot of effort put in. A lot of effort, time and effort.
Well, on both our parts, and that's I could go off.
No, you say that, but I got to correct you there. No, you have done all the training with Scoter. Well, since particularly since her junior hunter.
Thank you. Done. But I mean, you're with the pups I'm talking about. We both invested a lot of time, which is another point that I want to make. Not right this second, but that is on my list because I take notes. I didn't take notes. I made notes. Excuse me.
Well, I was treadmill and Jeff was writing notes.
Yeah. I'm proud of you for doing that too. So.
Wish it would make a difference, but whatever.
If you want to come to the dark side and see what I'm doing.
I watch you eating that cheese. My mouth is watering.
But you want a little bite?
I can't.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have a whole pile of broccoli in there I need to eat.
With cheese on it? That would be awesome. Broccoli with cheese.
No,
cheese sauce.
Damn alcohol. Alcohol's too many calories, but unfortunately, it's my crutch right now. In the evening. Not all day. Don't start at 9 o'clock. Usually at 6 o'clock.
Who's that new guy I follow? He says his doctor says he has to stop drinking.
Oh, the traveling fella? Was that the one?
Traveling fella? No.
Yeah, the kid that gave the flipped off this morning.
No. This guy, but anyways, my doctor says, hey, I got to stop drinking. And when the music kicks in, he says, only those who don't want to drink all day with me. Anyway.
We don't want to do that.
All right, so let's, I drove home super jacked up. I'm like, this is good. This is good. This is good. Come home. You got the place board I made out there. You got the holding blind set up just angled off to my right. Because we have a little, and it's going to get bigger. Yep. We have a mini Pitboss training grounds.
Junior hunter training grounds.
Yep. Yard work. This is where all the yard work happens.
Yep.
Has happened. We've only done one dog with yard work.
we did do Rye a little bit.
Yes, before anything was here, I did. Yes, I did do
before
back
she
to the
became
pop.
pregnant. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, well, I'm talking about even before anything was built here. But yes, when we were doing Scoter back February, March, yes, we did run. Did a
lot in this yard.
Yeah. So anyway, I was very proud of you. Thank you. As I drove in, I was like, fuck, Karen is on board with this shit. Yeah, she is on board, and she knows. Well, she's like thinking ahead of me.
Succeed.
She's thinking ahead. Well, Proof is going to succeed. They're all going to succeed. But I rolled in and come up Peerless Road. I turned. I was like, fuck yeah. She's got it. I've said fuck quite a few times, which I usually don't.
No. Well, I did try to. Jeff keeps wanting to put the decoy silhouettes out, and we used to have them out when the pups were when they were little, and they would.
They did like to chew on them.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, in place. But now the ground is so hard. We just haven't had any rain, and it took a lot of effort to get 5 in the ground. I turn around and 3 are ripped out. 4 don't have any bills anymore.
To that point, over at the farm, I have a 5-pound sledgehammer, mini sledge, that I pounded in the stakeout pole, post, whatever you want, pole, peg, pole. Yeah. I don't know. They're nice though. The top pivots around it. Anyway. Proof almost pulled it out of the ground.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm pounding. The ground's very hard. But anyway, we get back, the dogs and I. You're here, and I'm very happy. So let's parlay this into positiveness, and let's run these pups.
And we started with Elmer first.
Yep. You had all the bumpers, the gunner bumpers, all full of duck parts and pieces.
Yep.
I saw a little bit of red in there, so I don't know. A little bit of meat or something.
They're in the freezer now, so we'll just pull them out for training.
Yeah, I don't know what you have on them.
I wanted to make them as nasty as possible because you never know what they're going to get out there.
100%. And I just said, look, let's so I can feel good about yesterday, or better, so I can feel better than yesterday. We're just like going to do 10-yard marks here. Great idea about having the place board out there because they love that. You say kennel. Well, when you say kennel, they get on it. Yep. And again, they're a little amped up out here, so it wasn't quite the same effect, but that was there for them. Yeah. I put them in the holding blind, just make them kind of, it's the first time they're in a holding blind. And what did Elmer do? Elmer freaking tried to jump over the top, right? Like he did, twice.
He does.
Yeah, so he didn't quite understand what this holding blind thing's about because as we walked up the holding blind, he could see out there. Yeah. So he's like, I don't really understand what this is all about. So it was a good experience for him. And get him on the place board. You throw the bumper with the duck parts and pieces in it, and what happened?
For Elmo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just kind of pushed it around with his nose.
Yeah, he just
wasn't sure.
He was not sure, and he definitely was not sure about the duck yesterday. And I was just kind of like, whoa, like it's a freaking white bumper, but whatever is about the duck scent, he didn't like it. Didn't take him long to figure it out, and he picked up and brought it back. So that was a very successful. So I have him on a 100-foot lead because he likes to maybe not come back and run around, but because the place board was there. Thank you very much. I think that helped him maybe focus a little bit. Yeah, that's where he left from, and that's where he come back to.
Yeah.
And then we did the little mash girl, and like, how many times you have to kick the bumper and toss it and pitch it?
Yeah, I was kind of a little worried. She did the same thing as yesterday with the duck. She sat and barked at it initially.
That was very, very. I was very concerned.
Yeah.
But she picked it up and brought it back. Yeah. So what I did too was with Proof and Elmer, I make them pause a little bit, and I did that with her. So once she brought it back to me, the next time you threw, I just, as it's in the air, mash. And she ran out there, picked it up and brought it back, picked it up and brought it back.
Created some enthusiasm.
Yeah, and it built confidence.
Yeah. It worked great.
It did. So I walked away like thinking, now I'm sweating and I'm hot, but I'm like, yes, this is.
Yeah, so me too. I was so relieved.
It just kind of parlayed off of what I experienced over at the farm, and now, back here, it worked out very good. So
yeah, it's just your thoughts. They're teaching us and we're teaching them. Like, what works for one dog doesn't mean it's going to work for the other dog. So it's you got to keep an open mind. I think that's the lesson learned here. Just, it doesn't mean it's going to work for everyone. Just kind of adapt and overcome kind of thing.
I'm trying to
digest all your fatty cheese.
I'm just trying to push it down.
Don't choke.
I'm going to come back to something, but angled left to you is a bunch of party ribs on the Camp Chef. And you know what? It really is really cool that with the, there it is, with the Camp Chef Wi-Fi Connect. There we go.
218.
Yeah. So we're good there. We got
I love this Bluetooth app for this.
Yeah, but another half an hour, those things are going to be good. We've been, in the past couple times, have we done it 3 times or 2?
This would be the 3rd, I think.
Okay, so we've done it 2 times before. Used baby back ribs. These are just some big old pork ribs, and I think these are actually going to be better party ribs than the baby backs. But all right. Oh man,
I'm kind of looking forward to tomorrow to see how much they take over from today, the success of today, how much it carries over to tomorrow, and just hopefully we can build off of it.
I had a thought in my mind, and I just totally lost it.
I'm sorry.
No, I switched over to about what was going on over there. Cheese choking it down. My mind, man. This is what happens when you get old.
I think it's you.
I think I have CRS.
Me too. I know that for sure.
Can't remember shit, but I do remember some things. I don't forget everything. But I used to say that, and now it's like, I guess it comes full circle. The pups. I don't know. I do not know. All right, maybe it'll come back to me. But anyway, I just parlayed what happened here with all 3 pups. I just felt really, really good. You went. I don't know what I was going to say. You went and got on the treadmill. I cut the ribs up, and we put them on. Party ribs. If you do not know what party ribs are, just Google party ribs. We've done a couple of videos on it ourselves, but this is. Are we ever going to do ribs any other way?
I don't think so.
Yeah, party ribs are the way to go.
It's honestly that.
Oh. Okay, go. No.
Before you forget, please.
No, I already remembered. But you talk about the ribs, and I'm good to go. I am good for a half an hour. I'll remember this. The party ribs.
I mean, I think that they're tastier. We have kind of tried to cut down a little bit on the calories, so we're not doing exactly what we did the first time. But honestly, we're all about pinch and pennies right now, but it's actually cheaper to do it this way than it is a rack, an intact rack, because it's less time, less foil.
Less effort.
Less effort. Yep. Thank you.
All right. So back to the topic the point I wanted to make. I forgot about. You were just talking about the dogs and what they don't know, what they do know. Sweet Paulie 66, Paulie McKinnon, all the way up on the awesome island of PEI. He turned me on to Bill Hillman, and there's a couple different things, actually more on Rumble. I watch him on YouTube too. When I say bought into, I buy into what he says and does. I have not physically paid for any of his videos.
Tutorials.
Yeah. But a bunch of different programs out there he has that you can go to his webpage and billhillman.net, I believe it is. But the other day, 2 days ago, and I even told you this story this morning, he says, he just used the example of, it's just, I don't know if it really happens or not, but the point is driven home. He's like, yeah, at the gas station, this guy, I don't know why a dog would be out at the gas station, but he's at the gas station, and the guy's yelling at his dog saying, kennel, 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 and the dog's not doing anything, and then he roughs the dog up a little bit, getting him in the kennel. He's like, he should know how to kennel. He should know what kennel means. And then Bill says, you know what? The dog did that because he doesn't know. You haven't taught him what kennel means, right? So, and that's what I took it. I said this to you. I was like, I'm getting angry. I'm getting frustrated at him, but obviously I'm asking them, we are asking them to do something that they don't know what to do, right? Yeah. So we need to like take a little step back. I need to take a deep breath, and we need to reevaluate, which we did yesterday afternoon. That's when you came up with, let's put some in the gunner bumpers, let's put feathers, parts, and pieces. And again, like Elmer and Mash that had issues with the duck yesterday, they had issues with the bumpers with duck parts and pieces
smell,
on it.
Which they would have readily picked up any other time. But the scent definitely made them think.
Yeah. Paulie McKinnon, I thank you for, I've learned a lot from Bill Hillman, so I appreciate that. So, all right, can we move on?
Yes.
All right. So what is another thing that I'm very, very high on at the moment is our plan of what we're doing here. It's taken a little bit. It's taken a little bit for it to happen.
Yeah.
We navigated, through last year, through last summer, which we thought something, I'm not going to critique or complain about anything that you did last year, but Whale of a Wagon Tails. But as soon as we stopped that, which we talked about last time, all of a sudden, like, kind of what has transpired this week, and I know it's only 1 week, but this is more of my vision of what was going to happen here. Yes, is upstairs done for the season? No. So you're not. That's going to take you out of the equation there. But this week you.
So when we say upstairs, it was about having people stay here potentially. Which hopefully will still happen eventually, but it would be like the Pitboss duck camp.
Yeah. So those who wanted to get the total package of the sea duck hunting, we're going to stay upstairs, stay right here, and have ample accommodations for up to 6 people. Food, lodging, the whole. They're going to have a locker room, a gun room downstairs. Chris Wilhelm of Pole Building Outfitters deemed the eating room kind of / bar eating, but the eating room that's just going to be a pass through from the kitchen into the eating room. They're going to have availability to 2 bathrooms, the one downstairs in the shop, the one upstairs, and I don't know, 14 by 50 room that will be not where they sleep and where the efficiency is, kitchenette is, but basically the big room for for lounging. Have a big screen TV, have the wood stove up there,
and a pinball machine.
Pinball machine, whatever you want.
Machine.
I think pinball would be better than pool, actually.
Yeah. Space-wise.
Yeah, that maybe have some video games on the big screen TV, but they have a window outside in this area, in this room, entertainment room. They have a window outside. They could look out to my right, and then they also have 2 windows that they would look inside, see the world's largest duck boat and all the stuff, decoys and all the stuff that's going on there.
Still a dream.
Yes, and it's going to happen, but it's just a little bit slower than the way I envisioned it, and the reality is it's just a little bit slower. So, but what happened this week is you took over. I gave you the con and said, just do this, do the decoys, do this. My little financial plan, I just wanted you to initiate what I thought, a year and a half ago, when we said, hey, quit your job. What I envisioned, it kind of really did kick in this week, right?
Yeah, it kind of by default, I guess.
Well, no, I won't say by default. It's just that it's the, what's the word, maturation? Is that a word?
Maturation.
Yeah, I think maturation. What word am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Maturation. Again, I'm just dyslexic, so. And I have been drinking maybe just a little bit. Maturation process?
I don't know.
It's like the feeling out process. Hey, you're going to do, I was all on board with you doing Rover. And then doing Whale of Wagon Tails and dog sitting. And like, maybe, I think it's maturation.
Okay.
Anyway, whatever the process is, it's just taken us 12 months to figure out what the path to get to where what I thought was going to happen. And I was happy with you to do what you wanted to do there. It wasn't exactly what I had planned in my mind, but, you know, that's what you wanted to do, and I want you to be happy.
Okay.
What? What's wrong?
No, it's fine.
So, I readjusted your mic. But this week, you took over and did an awesome job. You took over Constant Contact. Yeah,
well, we've succeeded in at least putting out one newsletter.
Well, you're going to succeed further because you had the mindset from all your managerial skills for how many years?
Yep.
Yeah, so
to do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I think I texted you the other morning, like, I'm just really proud, and this is what I envisioned way back in the day, and I wasn't going to make issue that it wasn't. Last year wasn't exactly the way I thought, but this is exactly what I wanted to happen. So.
Yeah, I think everything happens for a reason. Yep. Honestly, is what I believe, because I don't know that you truly knew how to let go a year ago. You know, because you've been as much as I've been working what would be regarded as a regular job for all of my working life,
I haven't been.
Too have been, doing, Pitboss Waterfowl all your life, and, you had your vision on, how, what, where, and why everything occurs. So again, I think everything happens for a reason. The timeline happened the way it needed to happen, and here we are. So I've kind of felt I've still got a lot to learn. Particularly about decoys, and there's definitely some decoys I thought were this particular species and may not have been, like that shoveler sleeper. I thought it was a black duck.
Yeah, but I'm not going to give you grief there because you just don't know. So are you nervous?
No.
I was going to say, why are you like tying the?
I'm not tying it. I'm
in a knot.
No. So anyway, people have reached out for sure, and it's been a little bit of a lag on a couple of occasions where, hey, let me check with Jeff because I don't know the answer. And if everyone's cool with that, that's the way this is going to run. Because again, I have no idea for some of these decoys. But it's kind of been fun, actually.
Well, good. And this is exactly, again, I'm going to repeat myself, but this is a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, whenever this all, like, hey, quit your job, we're moving, we're doing this, we're doing that, this is my plan, hey, I have the health insurance, no worries on your end, that was an issue. Health insurance was an issue.
It absolutely was.
But yeah, it actually, I think I texted you, but I'm proud of you.
U.S. health insurance sucks, BTW.
Okay, well,
yep.
Beyond that, I thought I texted you, like, I'm proud of you, and this is exactly. I don't know what I texted you, but I wanted you to know. I talked to you too. It's like it's not I can't talk to you.
No.
But like I just wanted you to pop onto your phone. Like, this is exactly what I had envisioned, except for upstairs not being done. Right.
Yep.
So that said, if you want to jump on, and if you already are, thank you very much. But if you're not, and you want to jump on our mailing list, feel free to text us, email us. However you want to get your email address to us, and we will add you to Karen's constant contact list.
Yep.
So
it's an easy program to use, thankfully.
Yep. So, and into the future, what we have is, which I mentioned it over the summer? Sure, I have, but I don't. Have I made a big deal about 25 years?
Not really.
Okay. In my mind, I think so too. But it's that kind of thing where, like, when somebody says, "Well, I didn't think," I don't want to be like I have, Pitboss glasses on, and I have really talked about it, and when I say I haven't, but I really kind of thought the whole 25-year thing. This is my 25th year of guiding. 25 years of guiding. Gee, off. Don't say anything. Don't say anything, man.
The number, man.
Don't say anything. This is my 25 years of guiding, and we got some pretty cool stuff coming up. We got Greg Taylor
Yeah.
Out West Canada has done us, he's adjusted our logo and done us a really nice 25-year logo of ducks, dogs, and decoys. We got some new shirts coming. Should I say the one shirt's going to happen because tomorrow's Monday. I'm ordering them, so we're going to do the first simple shirt. I'm calling it simple shirt because it's just going to be on the chest. Is let's take a boat ride.
Yeah.
Yep,
it's kind of cool.
Yeah, our good friend Brian. I already. That's why I was already I butchered Brian because I was ready to say Vavra. Behind Brian Vavra
out of Florida.
If I had to say kind of like Orlando-ish area of Florida, he did that way back in the day. I never did anything with it. So Brian, thank you very much. We're rolling forward with that. We've got another single shirt idea that all I need as soon as Greg sends us what we like.
Which I'm super psyched about that one.
Greg Taylor sends us what we like, and I agree with you. We're going to roll with that, and then we have basically more of, I don't want to say the same thing that we've done, but more of our standard, chest, center chest, and rear back. We've got those coming too. So they're not done yet. We did email back and forth, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of last week. So they're going to be in play, and they're going to be done in 2 weeks or so. We should have those. So I think, just September 1st, first day of dove season, as well as early Canada Goose. To me, it kind of kicks off the season. So I don't think I've said again that this is my 25th year of guiding, 1999 to 2024. So excited about it. Whoa. We're going to do the run of Factory. There you go, love. Paulie thinking who we are. Factory Yeti. I have four Yeti SKUs picked out that I like, so we're going to see how that works out. Our very good friends at Molly's Place are helping us out with that. They have a great relationship with Yeti, so we're going to do a run of Yetis, and we may even do. We have some friends in North Carolina that we may even do another shirt. The different process we need to make sure. I've always had stuff silk screened, screen printed, silk screen, whatever you want to call it, whatever the process is. So that is, we're going to have something done there too. So if we're only going to do a short run of those, if it does go over well, you and I will wear them, and it just dies. But if it goes over well, and people are interested in getting them, we'll do a different run and make sure we have all the sizes that we need. So. That's really kind of all I got. Sunday, Sunday's been a great day. We got 12 more days to train Scoter, 12 more training days before her first senior hunter as well as master hunter. So, again, I'm manic. Some days I'm like, she's going to fucking kill it, smack it, nail it. And then other days like, holy shit, what am I doing?
Well, I mean, obviously it doesn't matter to her whether she, passes or not, but obviously it matters to you. But again, as long as she's having fun with it, keep going.
Well, she definitely loves retrieving.
Oh my gosh!
It's what
she follows Jeff around in the morning because the routine is, they go training in the morning. She will not let him out of her sight in the morning.
And who else is on board?
The
with
proof
that?
Man.
He knows it too. He does not want to. I didn't take him yesterday.
Oh, he was mad.
Yes, didn't take him yesterday because we took Elmer. And he was. As soon as I came back, he came in and he was all over me. Like what the hell?
They love it. They really love it.
All right, love. This is the Pitboss podcast, brought to you. I don't know what episode it is. Brought to you by our very good friends at Molly's Place Sporting Goods. MyMollys.com. MyMollys.com. It is Molly's Outdoor Festival, September 20, 21, and 22. Molly's is easily found on Route 213 in Kennedyville, Maryland. I'm going to be painting. You're going to be there, aren't you?
I hope so. We're just going to find somewhere to stay.
To some aspect that you'll be there. Maybe not every day, but I really want to try to pull off. They're expanding their anniversary sale weekend to an outdoor show.
It's kind of cool. I'm actually happy for them for that because I think it'll bring more interest.
Yep. Nick Castiglione of Cedar Swamp Gun and Decoys. He lives in Millington. He's right there. It's not a big travel for him, but I know he's going to be set up there doing decoys Pat Vincenti may be there.
Yeah.
Pat Vincenti may be there.
That's cool.
Which I hope he is. Pat, I don't think Pat listens to this, but if he is, please get there. And I'm going to be there. I was going to be there anyway. But I think all the green wing teal that we have, I think I'm going to try to attempt to paint them on site there.
So how many vehicles are we taking?
That's what I thought about. I was like, how do I get?
I think the F350 needs to go.
Yeah, so all the decoys could the teal can kind of sit on their own.
Yep.
But they're going to be kind of primed and ready to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So they're not. It's not going to be just totally from scratch painting them. They're definitely going to be sealed. The bottoms are going to have paint on them that's cured. So they're going to be hard that way, cured that way, I should say. Hard that way. Maybe that doesn't sound right. What'd you
hard.
go with?
I like the hard that way.
You like the hard that way? All right.
Stop.
You brought it up. What am I talking about? What?
Stop.
You let me into that one. Well, you should have said stop the first time I said hard that way.
It was my lead. Now I'm telling you to stop.
All right, I'll stop. Anyway, they'll be cured. They won't be hard. They'll be cured so that I can continue to paint them. I think I can easily pull off, the tails, rumps, tails, primaries, secondaries, and the gray. Gray, first coat of gray, as well as the second coat of gray combed out. Dry brush that, as well as get into the press. Maybe the heads won't be done.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
We should gauge a little bit of interest on a decoy carving lesson.
I've had other people already tell me that they've been following along, and
Jeff is a good teacher, so I think it would be good.
I really want to have Tom Matus for the first official decoy.
Tommy.
Tom Matus, all the way, world champion carver, all the way from Boise, Idaho. But I like that.
Potato Land, right?
Well, much like PEI.
Yep.
All right, you took me off the track.
Sorry.
Oh, so Molly's. It's just going to be it's going to be a great weekend. They have a Thursday night event. I think it's like their 500 top customers, kind of a VIP evening. Yep. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the actual outdoor Maryland outdoor show. So anyway, it's going to be good. If you want more information, I think you can get them. Follow them on Instagram already, Facebook. They're posting up stuff already. I've shared some of their things about this, the Maryland Outdoor Festival. But again, get to mymollys.com. There's going to be mymollys.com, mymollys.com. Fuel your adventure at Molly's. But anyway, we appreciate Molly's very much.
We do.
Up next is Crabs to Go, easily found on Route 50 and Route 589. We haven't done seafood in a long time, and specifically since I'm my cheese is empty right here, but since I'm...
The shrimps will work though, right?
Yeah.
Not the cocktail sauce, but like shrimp will. I don't think there's any carbs in there, is there?
No, it's cholesterol in the shrimp. No.
But no carbs.
No.
There you go.
And I guess the only thing is wrong with the cocktail sauce, they have awesome...
They have really good
cocktail
but
sauce.
Still, who doesn't like steamed shrimp with some Old Bay?
Yeah. There's just some sugar in it, that's all. But
in what?
In the cocktail sauce.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But just shrimp with just Old Bay.
Yep. Crabstogo.com. We appreciate Crabs to Go. Easily found on Route 50 and Route 589, right on the corner, right next to Raceway Sitco. Who has Pitboss Brown, Finn City's Pitboss Brown beer.
Yep. It's good stuff.
It is good. Up next, which they just released. Can you say it, love? it starts with an S. Gunner Kennels, gunner.com.
Saskatchewan.
No, tune. Put a tune on the end.
Saskatchewan. I don't know. No, I'm getting confused.
Saskatoon.
Thank you.
Saskatoon Flyway Series. It's just out. All you got to do, any social media that pops up on ours all the time, but gunner.com, the Saskatoon Flyway Series.
Saskatoon.
Yep. Last year was the Susquehanna Flyway Series for the Atlantic Flyway, and then they jumped out because they've done all the U.S. flyways. Now they went up to Canada. So,
yep, and
Saskatoon.
It's cream, like an off-white with a black door.
Or else it's white, snow white. Snow geese, snow white, cold.
Yeah.
I've not seen one physically in hand, so I can't tell you.
But I like it.
Gunner Kennels, man's best kennel, man's best bumper.
Absolutely.
Gunner. Yes, gunner.com. Love one of the videos today. You said it's the world's best bumper.
It truly is. It is the world's best bumper, especially for puppies.
It's man's best bumper, love.
But
not the world's
I would
best.
say world's.
Okay. And I agree with you. I had to cut that out. I couldn't use that part.
What?
'Cause you said it. Yeah, it's the world's
It
best
is the
bumper.
world's.
I said, it's the world's best bumper.
No, because you say man's, whatever. I call it world's.
All right, up next, we talked about
Blowing me off.
No, I'm not. Up next, we talked about getting the world's largest duck boat in shape and ready to go because it really has been sitting pretty much idle since February 1st.
Yeah.
Yep. But anyway,
Yep.
duckwaterboats.com. Punishing the Docks and Rocks. Steve Hoover, thank you very much. New Philadelphia, Ohio. Man, I don't know what the process is called. I should. But anyway, basically, it's a poly poured flooring.
Oh, I saw
like
that.
the chunks and parts and pieces, right?
It looked good.
And it did look good. And that's what he just became a dealer for that, so he's doing that. I actually reached out to the Maryland dealer to see about getting the world's largest duck boat done.
Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't have the mats down?
No.
That'd be a lot easier to hose out.
I agree with you. I just had had this conversation with Surf Scooter the other day.
But before you do that, you know what you need?
I need to do a lot of things.
You need to do the motor.
What's going to get done? Thorns Marine takes care of that.
No. The what is it called?
I don't know.
The GPS motor.
Oh, you're talking. Yeah. You're talking about the Rodan spot lock. Yeah.
That's what you need. So
the flooring, and I'm not complaining because just like we need to make money, but it's $25 a foot, and that's just at the moment. And it's this conversation I had with Surf Scooter the other day. Like, man, dude, like you're getting a new boat, like that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
His boat's not as big as ours.
How much would it end up costing us? Sorry.
No, now I need to.
No, you're smart.
I'm not. I need to figure it out real quick. So the boat is basically the floor. The floor in the 32 is it's 25 feet by, let's just say 6. Plus there's shelves. So that's 150 times 25. It's $37.50, love.
Man.
Right? I knew you wouldn't green stamp that one, green light it.
No, we'll have to deal with the mats for a little longer.
Yeah, the mats. I don't have the issue with the mats. Yes, if we had that flooring, Greg Steen and his bow fishing boat, he got it done from the Maryland guys. It's great. Magic bow fishing. But I don't know. I'm pushing 4,000. That's not even really the shelves too. I'd have the shelves done. It's going to be easily $4,000.
No, we need to get our downspout.
Yeah, 100%
situation fixed.
That's a topic for another day. Anyway, Duck Water Boats, Steve Hoover, New Philadelphia, Ohio. Up next is Duck Blind Bistro, the ultimate outdoor oven. I know they had a great weekend. I've not talked.
Where'd they go?
To the Delta Waterfowl Expo. Love it. I said they had a great weekend at the Delta Waterfowl Expo. I'm not physically talking to them, but I know they had a great weekend there. Check them out at duckblindbistro.com. If you want to, use the code PITBOSS, PITBOSS5. You'll save yourself. Yes, it's only 5%, but you know what? If you don't pay full price and send me the 5%.
Yeah, there you
Karen
go.
Karen could definitely
I'll be down with that.
She'll definitely be ready to spend it. So
spend? No, save.
Oh, whatever. Love, you know I like to spend money.
Oh, you're the spender, yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, it is the ultimate outdoor oven. It is duckblindbistro.com. Hey. That was Mark. Yeah. Duckblindbistro.com, the ultimate outdoor oven. They are going to be here in the first split in October, so we'll get some good content. Yeah, we'll get some good content there. Up next, which I did use yesterday in the carving room, is Turtlebox. Turtleboxaudio.com. Live loud, but that's their tagline. I think it should be the ultimate Bluetooth speaker. So we love a Turtlebox. We have a Gen 1, a Gen 1.5, and the one that's in the carving room is a 2.0 Gen. So it is white, and yes, it looks a little bit dirty, but it is dust-proof, waterproof, and it's like old Timex. It takes a licking and keeps on ticking. So what time is it, love, for the party?
4:26.
Ooh, we're getting close. We may have to stop this for a second just to make sure we're good there. Or just turn her down. Should I just turn her down?
Yeah.
Okay.
On your Bluetooth app.
Yes.
It's very cool.
It is. Oops. That's on X. There we go. Here we go. Temp. Hit temp. I'm going to go down to 175.
Sure.
Okay. Confirm. There we go. It's confirmed.
Done.
TurtleBoxAudio.com. Everybody at TurtleBox, thank you very much. Up next, which we enjoyed this morning, it is Pitboss's Duck Boat Dark, the Dirty Duck coffee. If your coffee sucks, it ain't the duck. They have been super, super busy. Is there a show tour? I guess it maybe is what people call it, the outdoor show tour. They are
vendor tour. Yeah.
They are everywhere doing this.
Yeah.
They have. I say it every time. We need to get more of the cement teal.
Yeah, we will.
I would enjoy that.
As soon as the temps drop off a little bit,
good. Yeah.
I think it'll be good.
They have a great line of product. If you don't like the Duck Boat Dark, no problems. They have a coffee that fits your palate. And if you go to their webpage and at checkout, use the code PITBOSS, PITBOSS 10, you will save yourself 10% on your entire purchase. So, DirtyDuckCoffee.com. Whaleyville Wagon Tails is on hold at the moment. I won't say it's been dissolved yet, because you're still going to take care of your very good local clientele.
My regular pooches.
Yep. So, Whaleyville Wagon Tails is on hold. So, that is, again, I won't repeat myself, but you are in the decoy mode and constant contact mode. So, we have a lot of decoy for sale. Yeah. So, if you're interested to know what we have, we should put your phone number. I think we'll put it down in the description so people can. I think mine's there. Yes, mine is there. We'll put yours there too. So we'll update that. So, and lastly, self-promotingly, I can't say it's shameless, but self-promotingly, Pitboss Waterfowl. We are booked this year, but we are now booking for the 2025-26 Maryland waterfowl season, which we target SeaDucks. So, which this year is the 25th year. Next year will be the 26th year.
Yep. So, of just straight up guiding.
Yes, guiding.
Yep.
Guiding full time.
Yep.
Because I've 25 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've I guess I'm going to start to be the really old guy. How many years have I duck hunted, do you think?
My guess? Yeah, I know.
Well, you already know?
Well, because you have told me, but...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but, thinking about your age and all, I mean...
I'm still young, all right?
To me, you are.
I'm a young old guy?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
thank you.
12. But, I mean, actuality of, you actually duck hunting because I'm not going to remember his name. I'm sorry. Thank you. Yep. So, he was a big part of this,
100%.
but he taught you a lot in the preceding 25 years.
We would not be doing this podcast if I didn't meet Donald Hughes.
Yep.
100%. You never say never, but never. I would not be doing it.
So in total, you've been hunting for what?
30. What?
36?
Yeah, I would say 36. Yeah. If this, hey, I don't know who that was. If this is the 25th year, so 99, 89, 25, 35, 88, I think it was the first year I hunted. I said this in a podcast the other night, not ours, obviously, but I said it was on the Punisher podcast. And younger guys don't, and maybe girls too, but definitely younger guys don't believe me when I say to them, the very first time I bought a Maryland hunting license, duck season was 30 days long, and it was a 3-bird limit. And they're like, what are you talking about? That was duck season. What are you joking? No, I'm not joking. It was 30 days, 3 birds. In Atlantic Flyway, we can have a 30-day season, a 45-day season, or a 60-day season. And for 28 years, out of 36, 28, 29, 30, somewhere in there, 28 to 30 years, it's been 60 days. I think somewhere time here, what am I even saying? I think sometime here soon, I bet I would, I don't want to be the doom and gloom guy, but I think maybe in 5 years, I bet you in 5 years, it's not going to be a 60-day season.
Really?
Yep. I don't know, maybe not, but yeah, so 36 years, I guess.
As long as, the people that do the counts and, ensure that the species are healthy in numbers, that's really what matters. So whatever it will be, but, hopefully it's all for the right reasons.
Well, I like to refer to it as the resource. And yeah, it's the betterment of the resource. So we, much like, so over the 25 years, in the beginning, it was a 107-day SeaDuck season in the Atlantic Flyway. I've said this before, but it is. If you're just tuning in, never heard us say this, never heard me say this, it was 107 days. It opened early October and it went to the end of January. Even on the 30-day duck season, SeaDucks were 107 days. And way back in the day, you could shoot 7 SeaDucks. So, although maybe the way we hunt ducks today, the boats were very, how do I say it? The boats weren't big. There were not a lot of specialized duck boats out there. A lot of people shoot SeaDucks here? Sure they did, but it was not specialized. People that guided were shooting them out of 40, 50-foot white work boats, crabbing boats, oyster boats, and 6 nice chairs. It's this big old boat. My very first time. That's the way we did it. And these big chairs were on a white work boat right out of Kent Island on Eastern Bay.
Okay.
And but anyway, I'm just getting off topic. But it was a 30-day season, duck season, but it was a 107-day SeaDuck season where you could shoot 7 SeaDucks. Through the process of more people doing it, Maryland and or the federal frameworks. You all right? Can I smack you?
Oh, no.
No? Wake you up?
Hey, these dogs just don't let us sleep.
Anyway, the 7-bird limit got reduced to 7 birds, but in the 7 birds, you can only shoot 4 scoter. So went for many years. And a very good friend of mine at the state level kept telling me, hey, Jeff, just heads up, the special SeaDuck season is going away. So just give me a heads up. I think it was a good 8 years. Each year I check in with him, are we good? He says, you're good. Good, you're good. I ask you, are we good? You're good. And then one year I asked, he's like, nope, it's happening this year. So they reduced the 107-day SeaDuck season, special SeaDuck season, to 60 days. And in that, they reduced the 7-bird limit to 5. And in that 5-bird limit, you couldn't have more than 4 of any one species. So you still couldn't have more than 4 scoter, but they dropped this, in some states, the 7-bird old squaw limit to 4, the 7 eider limit to 4. So we did that for 6 seasons, and then they did away with the special SeaDuck season altogether. So in the Atlantic Flyway, whatever state you're in, when duck season's open, that's when you can target SeaDucks. And currently in the 6 duck limit, you can't have more than 3 of any one species of SeaDucks. So you can't have more than 3 scoter, you can't have more than 3 old squaw, you can't have more than 3 eider. So I think that's the biggest change over the 25 years that I've guided full-time and or just my waterfowl. I don't want to say career because that sounds goofy, but in my time of waterfowling here in Maryland, how about this? In the years that I bought a Maryland waterfowl license, that's probably the biggest change. So
a lot of changes, even in the time I've known you. You know, I remember the 107 that used to be, right? Is that right? When we first met, it was still 107.
No, 100, yep, in 2013. Was it 2013?
It was 2013.
Yeah. It's like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
Not a different life, but a lifetime ago. Yeah. Yes, it was still 107 days. And in that, there was a bunch in the beginning of October that weren't good days. But I usually figured by October 15th or so, like you were safe to go. So if it opened on October 5th, that's definitely early. But
it went moving. Yeah.
But yeah. Once you got to the October 15th or so, and I always thought like the peak of the migration was the last week of October. They might migrate on the calendar. Scoter do. So it would be the last week of October into the first week of November. And if I had to pick one single day, I would say Halloween has been and always was the peak of the migration. If you remember back in the Migration Nation Waterfowl days that I was a regional host, I can't remember the exact. They were here late October, and there were just huge bunches of birds.
Yeah.
When I say huge, to me, huge is a relative word, right? To me, huge is more than 200 scoter together, and 200-300 birds. No, they don't all necessarily decoy. But man, it's an impressive sight.
Yeah,
and all headed south. Speaking
yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, I remember, heading down the beach and, watching on the weekends, these big bunches, and like, wow, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So over the years, boats, lots of boats have gone through.
I started in the 17. Do I say brand names?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, one of the brands I'm not really.
Okay. Don't say brands.
Not on best terms. So here, let's do this. Hey, read between the lines. The 17 TDB, the duck boat, it was a C-Class 17 TDB. I took 3 people. I was the 4th person. Coot and or Diamond were hanging out in the motor well. And as I recall, I think it was Action Seats had it was kind of a squared base, not a round like 5-gallon bucket, but let's say it was a 6-gallon bucket squared seat. Kind of had a latch on it you could open up, put stuff in there. Nobody put anything in there. Actually, I put a 10-pound weight in the seat so that it kind of had a little bit of stability. But it had a little swivel seat on it and had a back. Those were the first seats that I used in the 17 TDB. And around 2004, I went to a 21-foot boat. And from those seats, with the Action Seats with the back, I went to a 6-gallon swivel bucket seat, which actually got you up, like you sat a little bit higher, which I thought it was easier to shoulder the gun. You weren't sitting low. You sat up a little bit higher. So I thought it was easy to I'm thinking of somebody's name. Oh, man. Anyway, yes, the 6-gallon bucket seat. I had some guys from Ohio. I need to look at my phone. I have not talked with him in forever. Oh, man. Here. Oh, I have my phone here. Let's see. Talk so I can look at this. Ramble. Say something. I don't care.
Say. It's about boats. All I know is... You have a question
about anything I said already?
No. Oh, I miss fishing in it.
We did catch fish out of it.
Yeah. We liked going to Waterfowl in Virginia to fish for. I was going to say shoot flounder, fish for flounder.
Yeah. Come on. But, looking.
Yeah, fishing is like a foreign sport right now. It's been so long.
Man, I'm scrolling down through the W's and it's just not jumping out at me. There's so many W's. I have so many people in my phone, love.
I know.
I save everybody. Come on. What if I put Ohio in? Will that help me? Ohio. Lots of people pulling up from Ohio. I don't know.
All right.
I'm sorry. Anyway, they showed up with these ultimate duck boat seats. I've never seen seats so big, so comfortable, so large.
They BYO'd their own seat.
They did, because they said, this is the seat we love. Can we bring them? I was like, sure. Well, in the 21-foot boat, these freaking things were tight. We had them like stacked to get out. I can remember being on Chop Tank River one time, running out to get there. Anyway, the seed was planted that this is what I want. I want these seats. I want to provide the best
comfort.
Yeah. Best service that I can, right? So when we went to the 25, I didn't necessarily want to take more people. I wanted to still take 4 people, but I want them to be as comfortable as possible. And I had 4 of those seats in the boat. Nice. And those big seats fit perfectly in the 25. Marty Whalen.
There you go.
Marty. Let me just make sure the last name. I'm sure that's what it is. Marty. It just came to me.
Sorry, Marty, if it's not you.
Nope. Whelan. Okay. Whelan. I give Marty.
Doesn't want to be called out.
Well, anyway, I give him credit for the seats that we currently use, because I was like, wow.
He showed you the light.
He showed me the light on seats. So anyway, in the 25, I had 4 of those seats, and now in the Duckwater Ocean 32, shoot, we could put 8 of them easily. But anyway, I can only take 6 because the boat is uninspected. Not that it's not safe, but the Coast Guard has not issued a plaque on it to say how many people I can take.
Vessel. Yeah.
And I do have the master captain's license, which I looked the other day, and my captain's license is still good.
Relieved.
So that was like, ooh, the weight just went off of me. I was like, okay, that's great.
2025.
Right. Do we want to take a quick break and just make sure the rib's okay?
Yes, I think we should.
We're going to take a quick break. That's more my question to you.
Oh,
all right, love. You filled up.
I did.
I topped off, but you definitely filled up because you were dry.
Yeah. I'm doing the summer drink right now.
It's a good drink. I can't believe I found a 175 of vodka for $15.99.
What's in all our pennies?
So enjoy that rubbing alcohol.
Tastes good with the Sprite Zero.
Yeah, well, enjoy. I'm sorry. I should not be making light of what you're drinking.
Nope.
All right, the ribs look awesomeness. Do they not?
They do. They smell even better.
Yeah. I want to keep on topic, but just when we pulled them and put them in the pan, instead of doing like you said about trying to be a little more calorie conscious, instead of doing a whole stick of butter, lots of brown sugar, honey and barbecue sauce, we did barbecue sauce and just apple juice.
And you painted it on instead of just tipping it on there.
Instead of just I try to paint it on each rib, just to try to make them again a little bit better. So. Just slightly better. I think they would have been good just off the grill
honestly.
Off the camp chuck, we'd have been
because we did the beef ribs, and they were just with the dry rub. And although you weren't a fan of them, I didn't mind the dry rub. I honestly was kind of worried that I would like some sauce, but it was good.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
Beef
Moving on.
Yeah, beef is good. Beef is good. Do we have any burgers left over?
One.
Oh, I'll have that for breakfast tomorrow.
Okay.
In my protein, I don't know, whatever I'm trying
Overload.
to say. All right. Love.
Yes.
Am I in the waterfowl industry?
Are you in the waterfowl?
What is?
See, I think yes. Yes, you are.
So do we sell a shirt, a hat? We're going to sell some Yetis. Do we sell decoys? Yes. Like, I just don't see myself. I don't know. I just don't see. I don't know what industry. The word industry throws me off.
Okay. I think you're the epitome of.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, again, I did. The Punisher had their 200th episode the other night. I don't know. There was like 20 people on there, and I did talk one time, and I said, I'm not sure. I think I said I have to rewind and watch it. I was like, I don't really, and I kind of like did this, like I don't really know how I fit. What angle do I fit into the waterfowl industry?
Ducks, dogs, and decoys. What do you do that does not circle back to hunting?
That was very loud.
It was.
No, it does, but like I don't think I'm like, I don't know. To me, the industry is like brands. All the big, and you name me a waterfowl brand. Am I a waterfowl brand?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I guess I am. I don't think of myself as a waterfowl brand necessarily. I think of me just being a goofy guy that I would like to personally be a brand.
I think you are.
Okay.
There's a T-shirt that says "Thinking of you, we are" with your big old face on it.
We need to redo that one too.
Okay.
I think we could do that. I need to play with that and just do it like one color.
Okay.
Is it on your back?
No, on this shirt. No.
All right. Well, I guess you answered that question really quick. So, if it swings around,
yeah,
or it circles back, not swings around, circles back. Yeah. All right. I guess I am. So I don't really think of myself as that way, but I guess
you
I am.
are.
All right. All right, love. I know you have something sitting, which maybe people can see to your left.
Because the longer this stays in my hands,
do it.
You know what's going to happen?
I don't know.
It's going to be mine.
Oh, okay.
Because I like it.
All right. I can make you another.
What year is this? Oh, 2021.
It went to PEI.
Stretch neck mallard. So this is one of the decoys. This is the first decoy you gave me. You said, here, let's post this up and see. You know, this is you need to see if you can sell this.
Do you want to rewind a second? To the video. We did a quick little video. I was up on top of the carving room upstairs. Did we say upstairs? It's not really stairs. I was up ladder.
No stairs.
I was up ladder.
Yeah, up ladder.
And you're like, you climbed the ladder, and the video is like, hey, I've never really been up here before.
Never have climbed up that high.
And
I'm not a fan of heights.
I'm not either. Look, in that video, wait a minute. Marker across the street just texted us.
He wants to bring back.
Is Duke okay?
No.
No.
Not for Mark.
No.
Duke doesn't like many people.
I'm just going to text tomorrow. Is good.
Yeah. For the dolly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
You never been up there. Anyway, in that video, a week ago.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Pretty close.
Well, anyway, I handed over the con. Here, hold your hand out. I'm going to hand the con to you.
The electrical tape.
I handed the con to you to take over, and I even said, run it how you want to run it. Yes, mate, would I have a suggestion possibly, but I don't care. I just, again, back to my original thoughts about what I envisioned, how you were going to interact with me, us, everyone else. I wanted you to definitely be 100% a part of what we do, and this is yours to take. Run it how you want to run it. So that said, do it.
Yeah, so this was the first decoy. So anyway,
love you. You definitely need to say if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble. If somebody's listening.
But you just finished. Listen, you just finished saying this is you do it how you want to do it. So don't.
I have to point out the obvious that people that are listening on Spotify or iTunes can't see what you're doing.
Okay, that is correct.
Okay, that's all.
Right,
I'm not trying to be a dink, but
yep, you're right.
So
anyway,
you need
it's a brand new.
So tell them to get on YouTube.
To get on YouTube. Yeah, get on
Rumble,
YouTube so you can see this beautiful decoy.
There, now I'm done.
It's a mallard. Stretched neck, hollowed cork.
I heard it's at least worth 2 cents.
At least. But anyway, so I posted this up on Instagram. It was probably about a week ago I posted it up. But anyway, yeah. Check it out. Check out the posts of the different decoys. I'm trying to keep up with those that have sold. So I'll put the notation in there about what's sold.
Pick the 2002 brand up.
Yeah, so this one is sold. We just sold this fella.
Going to original pit crew member.
Yep, with the brown butt.
Yeah.
But it's very nice. But it is no.
Well, it is hollow, but.
But this is pre you filling it.
No, so here's the real story.
Yeah, please.
So that is post Wiley cork. So that was imported tan cork from Portugal, and that stuff sucked up water like a sponge. So I don't know how many it was, maybe 6, 7, 8 brant that were that size. I could only get 6 out of a sheet. So anyway, 6 out of a sheet, and they got very, very heavy. So I didn't want to just pitch them or not use them. So I hauled them out and tried to put a piece of board on the bottom, thin piece of board, just to try to make them a little bit lighter. But they were that one along with a couple others were very, very heavy. And basically the water intrusion was through the keel and the screw. So,
really?
Yep.
Okay.
So that one, a couple shots, shot holes in it too, didn't help it, but.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got off. I sidetracked. So you've got a lot of decoys that you're selling.
Well, you have got a lot of decoys that I'm trying to sell. Yes. So, yeah, check them out. But if there's something that you're interested in that we haven't posted up, at least ask, because there's a good chance that Jeff has obviously carved a lot, but there's a lot in his collection that what the heck were you going to do with all these decoys you bought over the years?
Some of them are like in the early 90s, mid 90s. I was just like, I didn't have a lot of decoys then. Now I do.
Yeah.
How many years later?
A lot. A lot.
28 years later, 25 years later.
Yeah. And it's definitely, it's nice to display your collection. But the problem is a lot of these haven't seen the light of day.
Yes. Pat Vincenti reached out to me last year when we did the Waterfowl sidewalk sale. He's like, hey, man, you having a fire sale or what? I was like, Pat, I said, there are birds that I have of yours that are very near and dear to my heart. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
For your 50th.
Yes. There's birds that I'm not getting rid of. I said, but, for instance, I have a 1996 ringneck that I got there was a Hartford Community College play that we went to with Molly. Not we, but went to with Molly. And they had these baskets of cheer thing, and this basket had a decoy in it, and the woman I just wanted the decoy, probably like a $5 ticket, and there I was like, hey, are you into decoys? She's like, nope. I said, I'll give you $40 for that decoy. She said, awesome. So I was like, Pat, I have a 1996 ringneck I put in a bag that has been in the bag for 28 years.
Yeah. Right?
My math's not good because I'm dyslexic, but. So I was like, yeah, man, I have a lot of stuff that, it just doesn't, no offense, it doesn't mean a whole lot to me. There's other birds of yours I have that do mean a lot. The Scoter, they mean a lot to me. Harlequin, all the miniatures I have from Pat.
Miniatures out, though.
Yeah, well, because he did one every year, right? So yeah, that stuff does that does mean something to me. But there's some birds I have of yours that, no offense, but I don't really have a connection to or attraction to.
No, you were in collection mode.
Yeah, well, they were inexpensive. I guess maybe they weren't inexpensive at the time, relatively speaking. But in today's terms, they were inexpensive. I was like, yeah, man. I actually really
all upper base style.
Yes, all upper Chesapeake Bay style. And I guess if you really want to say like, hey, why did you do this, Jeff? Because I thought I was in the mode that I need to have a full collection of Pat's birds. But I don't.
And there's some beautiful birds.
And I think
decoys.
The other day I found one. He did 250 blue geese. That I can't remember exactly the whole story, but somebody commissioned him to do 250 of them and had to sign some kind of agreement that he would never do a blue goose again. He regrets that, doing it, because then he couldn't make blue geese anymore.
Oh, wow.
But they're like from 1983. I have they were all numbered, came with a certificate. I think the one that we have is number 15. I don't want to get rid of that.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah,
but there's some other birds of Pat's that, again, like, just, no offense, Pat, I don't really have a connection to them.
Yeah. And there's, a whole bunch of decoys that, in our old house over in Ocean Pines, that you had displayed out on the sun deck.
Yep.
And, you're not quite ready to part with those.
No, I'm not.
That's okay.
But we went out there because I thought there was like, I don't know, I thought there was 20 green-winged teal. I was like, Karen, 20 green-winged teal, that's too many. So let's go thin the herd. And we broke the bag out. I think it was like 10 or 12.
Yeah, you're not quite ready.
No, I'm like, some
they
of
are
them,
really nice.
I just don't want to get rid of them because they're like, some of them are from like 2000, 2001, 2002.
Yep.
One of them is a stretched head Drake green wing that it's Wiley Cork. I don't want to, Wiley Cork that means something to me. Maybe, I don't know, 10 years, 20 years if I'm alive, maybe it won't. But current day, I don't want to get rid of it. So
that's okay. That's okay. But there's still a lot that you are, ready to pass along to the next collector that are super, super nice.
Yep, 100%.
So anyway, this is starting to grow on me. That's my problem, and I don't need to add to any of our stuff or collection. But because remember last year in PEI, and Geoff said, Karen, what is it? What species would you really like to shoot? And I said, a mallard.
Okay. You already shot the black duck that Rob retrieved.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, this year, Barrow's Goldeneye.
I hope so.
And I'd like to go to retrieve.
That would be so awesome.
I'd like to go to retrieve him. So
you may have Proofy to get the second one.
Maybe if he's got his shit together.
Yeah,
we'll see.
He's working hard.
He really is. So Love, just in case that for that specific bird that was floated on the tidal salt on PEI. I think that Punisher Waterfowl was aboard that morning. It may have been the last morning that we hunted there.
Okay.
So that, I don't know, 3 years ago?
I
2
think
years ago?
it's pretty cool.
All right, Love. Anything else you'd like to say there? Because
this is stretching out a little bit.
We are stretching out a little bit. It's fine.
Nope. I think you need to shut her down.
Well, before we shut her down, I want to say I've really enjoyed. I think you did a little bit too. I really enjoyed watching the live feed on Facebook this past week, of the Canadian. Excuse me.
I'm glad you brought that up. That was really good.
Yeah, the Canadian Master National. He did an awesome job. Yes, it's just phone footage that they went live, but each morning for the setup and as the test dogs ran, we got to see. We were on the island, right? Yeah. Man, the last Series 5 on Thursday, man, it was just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Not that the other series weren't, but it was this nice little piece of water that, like it just looked
picture perfect.
Yep. The sky was like zero humidity blue.
Yeah.
Like
it even had like a pink sunrise. It was just gorgeous.
Yep. We got to see our very good friend Matt Wilson of Maritime.
Who I've yet to meet. So.
Well, you're going to meet him this year. Of Maritime Gun Dogs. Maritime. I'm going to say Maritime.
Yeah, I'm sorry to know.
Matt, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. Matt does own our old CPH topper. So it was kind of cool for him to get that. Six dog. It was an 8-foot bed, but it was a 6-hole topper. He and Walt Vesey came down. Booger was still alive. So
Walt came down on that trip too? I didn't know that.
Like last year when I said, hey, Walt, it's good to meet you. He's like, no. I hate when that happens. It's like, hey, it's good to meet you. He's like, nah, we met.
You've met a lot of people over the years.
Yeah, but like honestly, and this is no offense to Walt, and I definitely told Geoff this.
I knew that.
Like I just thought it was a much older gentleman. I would say Walt's younger than me. Well, my age or younger.
Well,
right?
I follow him now. I would say you probably look about the same age.
Okay, but I was thinking like whoever was with him was like 10 years older than me. So no offense that age, but I'm just saying I didn't think it was Walt. And if you recall at Shaw's, when he sat down that evening last year, when I was like, hey man, and when he came in, it was really good. He's like, no man, I was on Pintail when we got to Topper. I'm like, fuck.
You know what we need to do when we go up there this year?
What?
Invite him over for a beer.
Okay.
He and his wife. That would be cool.
All right, so let me rewind myself back into the live feed that we got to see Matt Wilson run. Yeah, I think he had a dog entered 2, but he was the female test dog, so I'm pretty sure each morning he ran first.
Yep.
With his dog named Memphis, who did an awesome job. Who Paulie says if she was entered, she would have passed. Like
she did a good job.
Yep. And the second test dog that we got to see each morning was Paulie McKinnon's Jackson.
Jaxie.
Yep, Jaxie. I'm trying to think what his age is. He just, again, we said it last week.
He
had 3? A little bit younger than 3.
Pushing 3.
Definitely, he's a senior hunter. He needed 1 pass to enter, to get his title, master title, and enter the Master National. Yeah. The injury on his right front, I think it was. Yeah. Anyway, had injury of one of his front feet.
Hindered his training.
Kind of slowed him down, and he just at the very end, Paulie was chasing it, and it just didn't work out. But it was great to see Matt Wilson as well as Paul McKinnon run both of their dogs as test dogs, and it kind of made us feel. I don't know. I'll speak for myself. It made me feel like I was there, specifically because I've been on the island anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No? I don't want to promote the island because I don't want any more people there.
All right. But through all of this, the group text, Geoff and Paulie, myself. Paulie, if you're listening, which he says he listens to everyone. Now, I don't know, over an hour and a half into this, I'm not sure he's still listening. So,
well, hopefully.
Paul, you need to text me a thumbs up if you're still listening.
We really enjoyed watching you guys.
Yeah, 100%.
And the DUTV.
Well, I love you. Didn't let me get there yet.
All right, I want to make sure.
I didn't get there yet. I'm trying to still do the Canadian Master National.
Sorry.
You jumped ahead.
Well, I just want to make sure you didn't forget. That's all.
All right. Anyway, Paulie, someday, like if we ever have a Master titled dog, Paulie, you and I will run the Canadian Master National together one day. I don't know what province it'll be in. Don't know what year it'll be, but we will do that. It'll be fun.
Awesome.
Right? Okay.
I hope so.
Secondly, which you didn't let me get into.
Wow, I just want to make sure.
Hats off to Paulie promoting Prince Edward Island on DUTV. So we've already seen episode number 1. I guess episode number 2 will be out next week, I guess. But Canada goose hunting at its best. Black duck hunting at its best in a dry field. The early limits are 5 Canada geese, and the limits are always 6 ducks, and you can shoot in that 6 ducks. You can shoot 6 black duck. So, Paulie, and I hope Geoff. I think it's rumored that we're going to see him in episode number 2.
Okay.
He's in the man cave getting interviewed, so I hope that.
Oh, I hope so.
Yep. So, all right, we are deep into this, love.
Yeah,
I love to be deep into things. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to pull the plug on this because those party ribs are.
Yep. Eating temperature.
100%. If you're still listening, we appreciate. Hold your cup up, love. Salute to you.
Cheers.
I love you. Thank you very much.
Yep.
This has been the Pit Boss Podcast, brought to you by our very good friends at Molly's Place Sporting Goods. MyMolly's.com. Fuel your adventure, as well as Crabs to Go, Gunner Kennels, Duckwater Boats, Duck Blind Bistro, Turtle Box, and Dirty Duck Coffee, and Pitboss Waterfowl. Book it now for the 2025-26 Maryland Waterfowl season. So, woo! Woo! Here, turn that. Woo! There we go. Yours pegged more than mine on that one. So, we good?
We're good.
All right. Salute.
Cheers,
I appreciate you, love. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your hard
As
work.
always, we appreciate everybody tuning in, and thank you very much. Thinking of you, we are.
Cheers.